Early in the morning, I was woken up by a text notification. Half awake, I glanced at my phone and immediately sat up straight. $5 billion had been deposited into my account. The sender was my boss, Gabby. Had Gabby been kidnapped, or had he lost his mind, sending me $5 billion out of the blue? Trembling, I dialed Gabby's number. When the call connected, I was so nervous that I stammered, "Gigi Gabby." As soon as I said it, I wanted to bite my tongue off. I shouldn't lose my principles just because of $5 billion and call Gabby baby. There was a brief silence on the other end. Just because I gave you $5 billion, you call me baby? Me. I'm sorry, Gabby. You have 5 minutes. I'm waiting downstairs. The domineering boss spoke. I rushed downstairs. A Rolls-Royce was parked at the entrance, the same car I had accompanied Gabby to choose. I stood in front of the car, bowed slightly, and said, "Good morning, Mr. Gabby." Inside the car sat a man with a handsome face and a powerful aura. He glanced at me indifferently and said, "Get in." I got in cautiously. "From today until 12 o'clock on the 10th of next month, you must spend the $5 billion I gave you," Gabby said succinctly. "Me? ? He added, "Don't ask why. Just spend the money. If you can't complete the task." He squinted slightly, "Prepare to lose your head." I touched my neck and shivered. $5 billion, not just $1,000. How was a small person like me supposed to spend that much money? I was clueless. I suggested carefully, "Can I buy a house?" He shook his head. "No, buying a house is invalid." "How about buying stocks?" "Buying stocks is invalid, then." Gabby seemed annoyed by my questions and handed me a document. I opened it and my face fell instantly. It was full of nonsense, but the essence was, I couldn't use the $5 billion to generate personal property, nor could I donate it. This was making things difficult for me. "Gabby, what should I do?" Gabby was merciless. "I only provide the money. The rest, figure it out yourself." Gabby gave me a month off. In this month, my job was to spend the $5 billion, with not a penny left in the account. I sent a message to my best friend Edith for help. "Dear, how should I spend the money?" "What money? You have only $5.32 in your account. You can't even afford a hot dog with an egg." I was silent for a moment. Now, the money in my account could buy all the hot dog stands in the world. "Edith, stay calm. I have $5 billion. Edith, what kind of dream are you having in broad daylight?" I sent her a screenshot of my bank account. 5 minutes later, Edith replied. "Wow, you've learned to use Photoshop. Today isn't April Fool's Day, Missy." "I'm not lying, I really have $5 billion. Edith came to my house and called the bank. After confirming I wasn't lying, she looked at me differently. I felt her eyes saying, "Rich lady, food, hungry. Now there is a job in front of you. Are you willing to take it?" I raised my hand. "I'll pay you this much." "Edith, $5,000 a month?" I replied, $5 million a month. Edith almost fainted. After recovering, she held my hand. "Sweetheart, from today on, you are my benefactor." I transferred $5 million to Edith on the spot and signed a contract, because every penny I spent and how I spent it had to be accounted for. After Edith left, I was about to take a shower and think about how to continue spending money when Gabby called. "Why did you only spend $5 million today?" "Only. Gabby, I'll try harder tomorrow." He was silent for a moment, then patiently asked, "What did you do today?" I confessed honestly. His tone on the other end seemed somewhat relaxed. "It seems that after being by my side for so many years, you're not as dumb as a pig. You know how to take a different path. Keep it up." The next day, Edith called excitedly. "I have a good way to spend money." "What is it?" "Rent a yacht." "Have you ever been on a luxury yacht?" "I have. With Gabby." Gabby was invited to a yacht party, and I accompanied him. Seeing the extravagant yacht, my mouth dropped open. I unintentionally asked Gabby, "How much does this yacht cost?" Gabby replied indifferently, "About over $1 billion. Buying a yacht cost over $1 billion, so how much would renting one cost?" The yacht manager looked us up and down, somewhat disdainful. "Even if we rent out our yachts, there are standards to meet." "What are the standards?" Edith asked cautiously. The yacht manager snorted, "A minimum asset verification of $10 million. I showed him my phone. The manager's face turned green instantly, and his attitude changed 180 degrees. "Ah, you must be a young lady from a wealthy family. This temperament, you want to rent a yacht for a birthday party, right? Let me introduce you." I waved my hand. "No need. What's the highest rent per day?" $300,000 a day. Too little. How about $500,000 a day, and I'll rent for 10 days. The manager couldn't believe it. $500,000? Too little? Add another $100,000 a day. The deal was made smoothly. After signing the rental contract, I looked at the contract and sighed. Spending money is exhausting. Edith gave me a thumbs up. "I used to think you were timid, like a little chick. I didn't expect you to be so bold when spending money. I didn't want to be like this either." Last night, I had a dream. I dreamed that I hadn't spent the $5 billion in a month, and Gabby, holding a kitchen knife, looked at me sinisterly and said that if I didn't spend the money, he would execute me. I woke up crying. Looking at the balance in my account, I cried even harder. I had to speed up spending the money. Just as I transferred the money, Gabby called, "What did you do?" Sigh. I suspected that Gabby had nothing to do all day but keep an eye on me. Nothing. I will definitely spend the money as the contract says. Don't worry, I asked Edith to contact our high school classmates to organize a party. Edith contacted a bunch of classmates, but a lot of them didn't believe it and thought I was joking. Edith asked me what to do. I pondered for a moment. Tell them, everyone who comes will get a $10,000 red envelope. Edith didn't understand my move. And she was my assistant. I explained, today is my birthday. They are coming to my birthday party, and each will give me $50 as a gift. I should return the favor, right? Edith gave me a thumbs up. Your thinking is really unique. The next day, I looked at the dense crowd and twitched my mouth, asking Edith, I remember we had only 50 people in our class. Isn't this too many? Edith laughed. They went to the same school, after all. I nodded. Whatever, the more, the merrier. The more people, the more I can spend. $10,000 per person is worth it. Count the numbers and give them the red envelopes later. Edith patted her chest. Listen to that boastful tone, leave it to me. In the evening, the yacht was brightly lit and bustling with activity. Holding a glass of champagne, I stood on the deck, looking into the distance and sighed. I always knew making money was hard, but now I know spending money is even harder. A sarcastic voice chimed in. No matter how you dress up a bumpkin, there's still a bumpkin. What are you showing off for? That familiar voice. I turned around and saw my high school nemesis, Lucy. Lucy came from a wealthy family and was the center of attention in class. She looked down on poor people like me and bullied me whenever she could. Sometimes she would corner me in the restroom, tear up my test papers, or throw my backpack in water. I endured it all. Because my mom said, child, we have no backing, we come from the countryside. Endure it, studying well is the most important thing. What else could I do? Endure the unbearable and endure again. But my tolerance only led to Lucy's increased bullying. How did Edith invite this plague here? What's up? Won the lottery? I sneered. Yeah, are you jealous? I sized her up and casually said, that bracelet isn't cheap, is it? She proudly puffed up like a peacock. Of course, it's a limited edition. Sorry, I have one too, but mine is an original. Of course, mine is rented. However, the rental for a day could buy that bracelet. The heartache felt like drinking soda fresh out of the fridge. Cool and refreshing, lifting the spirits. But on second thought, it's not my money I'm spending, so why be heartbroken? I intentionally twisted my wrist. Why is my hand so sore? Edith appeared at the right moment. Oh my, how come there are two identical bracelets? Edith's loud voice drew a crowd. I acted innocent. I don't know. Maybe mine is fake. The lady who handed it to me when I took the private jet told me it's one of a kind. Edith and I played off each other. High quality imitation, you know. The crowd wasn't blind. It was clear which one was genuine and which was fake. Under everyone's disdainful gazes, Lucy fled with her tail between her legs. I reckoned she wouldn't dare show her face for a long time. Spending millions to get revenge, it was worth it. As for why I wore this bracelet, a coincidence? That's impossible.